I just saw the greatest cartoon of all time. It was about a miser who was visited by 3 ghosts at Christmas. And get this, he learns a lesson.
Dad, what you saw was A Christmas Carol. It was written by Charles Dickens 160 years ago.
Yeah, TV writers have been milking that goat for years.
Reform, Ebenezer Urkel. You have alienated everyone who loved you.
Did I do that? Report, Mr. Solo. Captain, there appears to be some sort of spirit from an Earth holiday past. Mr. Scott, fire photon torpedoes.
It's no use, Captain. He's showing visions of me future. God, I'm so fat.
That last one looked kind of good.
God rest you, merry gentlemen. Let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born upon this day to save us all from Satan's power when we were gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. From God our heavenly...
Hey everybody, and welcome back to What the Hell Happened to Them. This season, a title fight is brewing. That's right, Eddie Murphy versus Jim Carrey. I am your host, Patrick Skeyhill, and joining me on the line is the ghost of Christmases, at some point, Joe Vekeman.
Hi, and hi.
And on the audio boards is a man as big as a Christmas goose, Lev Van Rensselaer, reminding me to remind you that you can email the cast at whathappenedtothemcast@gmail.com. And our sponsor this week is Salvador Dalai Lama, the only clocks that can bring you total enlightenment. It's not about them working properly. It's about the enlightening properties of meltiness. All right, Joe, what movie are we doing this week?
We watched Robert Zemeckis' A Christmas Carol from 2009.
Yeah, I gotta say, I was surprised when I saw that name pop up.
Yep. Robert Zemeckis and Jim Carrey, a match made in heaven.
All right, well, for people who've lived under a rock and have never heard the plot synopsis of any Christmas Carol thing before, what happens in this movie?
Ebenezer Scrooge, a miserly old moneylender, is visited by 3 Christmas spirits on Christmas Eve. Scrooge embarks on a journey of self-redemption to mend his miserly ways.
All right, Joe, as a huge Christmas head, how'd you enjoy this movie?
Just a little context. I don't enjoy this movie, but I have seen it quite a number of times now.
Why? Is this like ones your kids are clamoring for?
Absolutely not. I don't think they even know what this is.
This is not a kid-friendly Christmas Carol version of the film, listeners, just as a heads up. It is extremely accurate. Maybe extremely is too strong of the word, but it is far, far, far more accurate than a lot of versions I have seen. It makes it quite a slow...
Yeah, I saw you walk that back because Scrooge doesn't turn into a tiny little man in a...
So I've read the book. It's been quite a while, but I have read it, and I was like, this feels like they're trying to pad out some running time here.
Definitely. Pad it out to 90 minutes. Hey,
like when it was like a brief little chase, I go like, all right, maybe that was in there and I forgot. But then it must have gone on for like 5 minutes, it felt like, and I go, this doesn't seem right. They must have added this.
It's a big 3D effects movie, couldn't you tell?
Oh, this makes way more sense.
3D effects.
Yeah, all the things. I was like, this is weird. Why are they doing this?
To you now?
Why are they all doing that? It being 3D, it all is clicking. It wasn't as, like when that Beowulf movie came out with Angelina, like that was aggressively like, hey, we're 3D.
That was the movie he made before this.
Yeah, almost to the, that was him too. Jesus. To the point where it was like, it was almost, I couldn't imagine not seeing it in 3D in the theaters because it must look so stupid. This movie at least was just like, this feels like, my thought was like, well, they're acknowledging the script is really turgid and lugubrious and boring, and they're just trying to make it look as visually stimulating as possible to get around this. I can understand that. But it never felt like it needed to be 3D. A lot of it makes way more sense knowing it's 3D, but I feel like Beowulf might be really hard to stomach if you weren't watching it in 3D. This movie was like, whatever.
I agree. It is awful. But yeah, Zemeckis in the 2000s, from 2000 to 2010, his movies were What Lies Beneath, Castaway, same year.
Okay.
Same year. Then the next 3 movies he makes, the last 3 movies he makes for the whole decade, The Polar Express, Beowulf, and A Christmas Carol.
Certainly is a theme going on here. Ironically, Beowulf seeming like the odd man out in that trilogy.
Yeah, not Christmas themed, huh?
He didn't want to do like a 3D Penguin in the Pebble kind of thing or whatever.
Hey, that wouldn't have been too bad.
Like, what? Couldn't find a third Christmas thing to do?
Gotta find another like 90s icon. Because you got Tom Hanks to do everything, like all the voices basically in Polar Express.
Yeah.
And then Jim Carrey, not only does he play Scrooge, he plays all 3 ghosts.
I'm like, oh, it's just a cartoon. Oh, okay. We're going to get Jim to do like Eddie Murphy duty here.
Oh my God, you did not know this was a cartoon?
No, did not know.
Oh my God, that must have been jarring.
I don't remember this movie coming out at all.
I'm gonna make you really sad. I saw this in the theater on purpose.
Was this was like 2009 this came out? I had no idea.
Yeah.
And like I was in undergrad at the time. Like I was paying attention to movies. Had never heard of this movie. Didn't know Jim Carrey did a Christmas movie.
I was like, yes, man, it made me happy last year, so let's go see the next Christmas Jim Carrey. Bring it on, baby. And I'm like, oh, this
Jim
is very,
Carrey doesn't want to do any Jim Carrey things in this movie? Interesting.
Yeah, it's very odd. He is trying. I mean, there's things that he's trying to do, but they're nothing.
There's a couple things where they do deviate from the book, and Jim does get to do his little Jimisms there. But otherwise, they are, I would say, perhaps too faithful to the source material.
I agree. They should. I wish they like maybe even modernized the language a little bit because it's very off-putting.
They're pulling lines directly from the book, and I go, these are words like this can't be for kids. Kids don't know what half these words are.
So we're saying all this. The budget. Do you want to know what the budget was for this?
$120 million. It's even more. $150 million. Holy crap.
$150 million for your Christmas Carol movie that's animated starring Jim Carrey? No, I'm talking 175 to 200 million.
And that's in 2009 dollars. What the hell would that be today? $300 million?
For your Christmas Carol adaptation starring Jim Carrey.
That's not meant for children.
No, very faithful movie.
What studio would do this?
Do you want to guess the box office on this?
$80 million. Was this a big failure? No. It did well? It did well. I bet. Oh, wow. 400 million? Did it make 400 million?
325.
If you could have just found a way to make that for a more reasonable amount, even 200 million, which is not reasonable. Wait, how much did you say it cost? Did you say it cost 300 million? No, that was
175 to 200.
Okay. That was my box office adjustment for inflation numbers. 200 million. It made 300. Oh, okay. Well, then
325.
Movie sort of just skated past breaking even, which is a lot more than I would have expected, quite frankly.
Yeah, I think they were like very happy. Like, oh, thank God. They were seeing, because they put it out right before Christmas. It comes out in November.
Definitely makes sense. All right, you just get everybody going to see A Christmas Carol at Christmas time.
It's very smart marketing because they put it out the first week in November. Then you have the Thanksgiving audience, and then you have the Christmas audience coming in right after that.
Yeah. Oh, they just like held it in there for 2 months. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This movie that was in there for 2 months and I never knew about it. Hilarious.
Yep. Stars Carey reuniting for the first time in 12 years with Carey Elways from Liar Liar.
Oh, yeah. Who is he in the movie?
He's the new dad, the stepdad kind of that comes in. It's trying to marry his mom, the little kid.
What the hell are you talking about?
He's like the new stepdad for the little kid. Jim's kid.
Jim has a kid?
In Liar Liar?
Oh, no. I'm talking about in this movie. In this movie.
Oh, what does he do in this? I don't know. He's some fucking guy.
We just watched it. You don't know?
Yeah, because I'm going to be honest, I can't tell the other voices. I just know when it's Jim or Robin Wright, of course.
I could tell Colin Firth.
Colin Firth, yes.
But like it helped that they tried to get a lot of these people to look like their actors, which I didn't always agree with.
You are too kind.
Yeah.
This all looks like gobbledygook to me.
But I could see Colin Firth in the credits. I could hear his voice and see what kind of looks like his face a little bit there, and I go, okay, that's probably him.
Gary Oldman as Bob Cratchit, Jig Marley, and Tiny Tim.
And Tiny Tim. Wow.
And
Hey, I'm Gary Oldman. How you doing? Am I a tinker or a tailor or a soldier? No one knows.
I'm a spy. I gotcha.
That's what he's doing.
This is Gary Oldman's Tiny Tim impression.
One of Bob Hoskins' last performances as Mr. Nigel Fezziwig.
Yep, that also kind of looked like Bob Hoskins.
Robin Wright Penn as Fan and Belle.
As both female characters.
Carey Elwes as portly gentleman number 1 Dick Wilkins, mad fiddler guest number 2, and businessman number 1. That's why I didn't fucking know who he was. Who is that?
Yeah. So the movie begins and I go, oh, it's a cartoon. I guess Jim's going to be doing Eddie duties, playing all the voices. And then like every voice wasn't Jim Carrey. And I was like, why did Jim want to do this then? He's just being like an old curmudgeon. He's not even being fun at it. And then it sounded like he was the ghost. And I go, okay, well, this makes more sense. And it also makes sense you would cast the same actor as those, because they are sort of his like alter egos in a way, it's like a man battling with his conscience. So like there's a thematic approach to that casting that I find valuable.
This movie's ugly as sin.
Well, that was the other thing. I'm glad you saw it when it came out, because I did want to know, did it look good in 2009?
No, it was so off-putting.
Okay.
It's so ugly and garish, and it's so ugh.
Because this is the fate of all 3D movies that I wish audiences would come to expect. So whenever we see these old 3D movies, like we have for all of our actors at some point, I do always wonder, did this look good when it came out?
I would not be happy with this. I'd be like, let's keep going. Let's keep working on it. But they're trying to get at the likenesses so much that's...
Even just people in general, they want to look like human beings, right? At least Hotel Transylvania has an advantage where like they want to look like a cartoon. So like it buys them some wiggle room. The textures maybe don't look as great or whatever, and the colors look a little muddy, but at least you go like, yeah, cartoon though. This wanted to be almost photorealistic a lot of times.
Exactly, and it definitely looks better than the Polar Express and Beowulf because it just comes later, but it's just doesn't age well. It looks like crap. It looks so bad.
Yeah, it is very limited in what people can do with their faces. It was weird. Jim Carrey when he's young, or Scrooge when he's young, has like a regular nose. When we go to the past, we're like, oh, that's just a regular looking dude here. And then like as he got older, he like grew a Mr. Burns nose somehow. Was Polar Express also 3D?
Yes.
Wow.
They were all 3D.
I saw Polar Express in theaters. I don't remember seeing it in 3D, but I do
really?
remember. Yeah, but I do remember falling asleep during the movie.
I did not watch that until the Blank Check guys did it on their series, which I was 30 years old.
Wow. Chris Jančić, for whatever reason, big Polar Express fan or whatever. I don't know. He's the one who dragged me to the movie, and I was like, halfway through it.
I like the book.
He's like, you missed Steve Tyler. And I was like, all right, whatever, I don't care.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah. The book, I'm sure it's easy to like a 16-page book, it's fine.
Yeah, I read that to Julian, and he likes the book.
Yeah.
He's never asked to watch the movie. Nor have I told him it exists.
Well, that's probably why he's not asking for it.
Well, usually he's like, is there a movie?
Really?
I read a book. I was reading him another book.
The Shining?
No,
he's
The
like, is there a movie
Thief.
for that? And I go, well, there's two.
I think it was The Leaf Thief. It's about a squirrel who wants to find his leaves, and he thinks people took them. But then this bird is explaining to him that seasons are changing, and that's where his leaves keep hiding.
Okay, why does he want leaves?
Well, he likes collecting them and looking at them.
Oh, he's like a philatelist, but for leaves.
Yeah.
Nerd.
Red, gold, orange.
Nerd.
Red, gold. Where's my leaf? That's like the first line. It's good. I read it to him this morning again. He loves it. He even had because he read it in school and he was all excited. And then he made like this little crown that has the leaf thief on it.
Yeah.
And he got to color it in. And he wore it all day long. Like after school, coming home from the bus, going to his Nana's, he still had the thing on. I'm like, he likes this book. So I bought it for him.
Okay.
And we read it at home. And he likes it.
When's Bobby Zemeckis going to make that movie?
I mean, it would be very hard to adapt. It's only like 20 pages.
Whatever. I've seen them do that before.
Very short.
How many Dr. Seuss movies have we seen? Zemeckis is like, okay, we're going to have all the squirrels, and they're all going to have human faces like in the movie Cats.
Okay, so hold on. I'm going to stop you right there, though. I don't want Zemeckis. I want the guy the true king of Dr. Seuss.
Benny Safdie.
Ron Howard.
Ron Howard.
Bring in Ron Howard again.
But then it's not going to be like they're not going to make this live action. They're not going to do a live action squirrel movie.
But what if Ron Howard convinced them? Because his newest movie definitely is box office making money.
Hillbilly Elegies 2, The Legend of Baggy Vance.
No, did I tell you what his last movie was that I just watched that barely came out?
No.
So it's called Eden.
Somebody talked to me about Eden recently. I don't know.
I
what
definitely
it is.
talked to you about Eden.
Okay, I've already forgotten.
A group of disillusioned outsiders abandon modern society in search of a new beginning. Settling on a remote, uninhabited island, their utopian dream quickly unravels as they discover that the greatest threat isn't the brutal climate or deadly wildlife, but each other.
Oh, that's like less interesting, the triangle.
Yeah, but it's not modern. It's set in like the 1930s.
This was in theaters?
For a week or two. Do you want to know who this movie stars?
Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney, Jude Law, Daniel Bruhl, Vanessa Kirby, and Ana de Armas. Those are big stars, and no one knows about this movie. Sydney Sweeney is like one of the most powerful people in Hollywood right now.
Did we see Vanessa Kirby in like a Fast and Furious thing or something?
She was in the Hobbs and Shaw.
Okay.
That's right.
That name sounded familiar.
Good memory.
She was the woman in the movie?
She was the damsel in distress.
Yeah, but then she like beat up somebody on a motorcycle.
Eden has made $1.5 million domestically and 800,000 worldwide internationally.
Rock's like, we beat you, Howard. We got your number.
It's been out for a while too, like other places. It just came out like a couple weeks over here.
All right, so if you had to guess, if somebody had a gun to your head and they said, what's the tone of this movie? What would you say?
Sad.
Yeah, I don't like...
Sad. Melancholy.
Like, I start with that opening scene, which I think was added, and I think it was added because all of the information there is meant to be exposition. I believe it starts, basically when the movies usually start, these Christmas, where it's like, Cratch is like, can I go home because it's Christmas, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. This movie starts 7 years earlier, and they say, like, Marley was dead, and, like, this happened 7 years ago, and blah, blah. Like, they're giving us a lot of exposition of what has led up to this moment, and I think that's why they wanted to add this so it would be a lot more visual. But, like, I hope it opens up, and it seems like the first time Jim Carrey doesn't want to give out the gold coin to pay for Marley's funeral. He's being like, meh, and it's like, okay, this is, like, supposed to be kind of amusing.
And it's very teased out because it's in 3D.
Yeah, then the guy wants to... Yeah, he puts his hand out. Now that makes sense. The guy puts his hand out for more coins. And I'm like, all right, is this supposed to be funny? Is this like a joke? Or is this like really creepy? And then there's like a lot of yelling. And it's the scene goes on for way too long. So everybody just kind of like looking at each other. And I go, okay, maybe this is a sad movie. And I'm like, all right, what a weird scene, but like you've made this up, so like maybe you haven't figured it out yet. And then the movie keeps going, and I go, oh no, just like you don't know what the tone is in general. Like it's all just like malarkey. What do I do with this?
That's a good word for it, malarkey.
You don't know what you want to be. And then I go like, maybe kids could have fun, but then like those little things under the Ghost of Christmas Present, like derangedly transform in front of our eyes, and I go like, kids would hate this. This would scare the crap out of them.
Yeah, no one's been clamoring for this to be watched in my house.
I do miss the carefree days of our youths when kids could just have fun playing with a stick and a hoop. What happened there?
My kids like playing with rocks and sticks. That's what they did this past weekend.
Yeah, you give them like a hoop, a stick, and be like, here's your Christmas present. Enjoy. I want Xbox, Daddy. You're getting a stick and a hoop. What? You gave me that last year. All right, you're getting a ball and a cup. It's got a string, so you won't lose the ball. Don't worry.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that's good.
That'd be cool. I guess it wouldn't be safe to play stick and hoop anymore. Cars go a lot faster than they did in the 1800s now.
Very true.
Couldn't like play that in the road anymore, and there's not really a lot of room elsewhere to stick and hoop. Let's bring stick and hoops back again. Weren't we supposed to make America great again? Why aren't we sticking and hooping anymore?
Let's stick and hoop.
That's my great America. That's what I want to go back to. Speaking of which, I guess, like, we shouldn't feel bad for anybody in this movie, Cratchit or Tiny Tim, because they're all just racist anyway, so, like, who cares?
Damn, calling them out. Hang them.
But, like, I'm with Scrooge here, right? Like, these two dudes walk in and like, hey, would you like to donate? I don't know anything about how you're going to disperse these funds. I don't know what organization you're with. I don't know if you're actually trustworthy. Like, let me see your reviews on Yelp. Like, really, what is your goal here? You know how many charities nowadays like to scam the crap out of you? How do I know this money's going to a good cause? Scrooge is like, yeah, I'm not giving you shit. I don't know. Let me see your business plan. I don't fucking see anything. What's your website? Let me look you up. I'm going to call the Better Business Bureau.
Oh.
Sounds suspicious to me.
I have a quote from Jim Carrey about this movie.
Uh-oh. Is he going to do the Eddie thing?
No.
Oh, okay. Go on.
Jim Carrey has described the film as a classical version of A Christmas Carol. There are a lot of vocal things, a lot of physical things I have to do, not to mention doing the accents properly. The English, the Irish accents. I wanted to fly in the UK. I want it to be good, and I want them to go. Yeah, that's for real. We were very true to the book. It's beautiful. It's an incredible film.
Aggressively true to the book. You nailed it there, Jim. You did it.
But he's proud of it. He's very proud of this movie.
I mean, I think Jim did do a lot of work. The accent felt like or the British part of the accent for Scrooge felt a little hit or miss, but it felt like he was doing the old guy thing fine.
Yeah, that interview is 3 years after the movie came out.
I did get his Irish accent and some of the other characters he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he sounded like he was having fun with the whispering of ghosts from Christmas past. I thought was neat.
Oh, here we go. Here's some more box office stuff for you.
Yeah.
Due to its high production and marketing costs, the film lost the studio an estimated $50 to $100 million. And forced Mark Zorati, president of Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures Group and the head of worldwide marketing, to resign.
Whoa. Okay, you said the movie cost like $200 million to make?
$200 million to make.
And the movie made $320 million?
Yep, worldwide.
And it still lost $100 million because of marketing? You spent over $200 million on marketing your film that cost less than $200 million?
And that guy had to resign.
Maybe that was
Get
the
out
problem.
of here.
Like, how hard do you have to market a Christmas Carol movie that comes out at Christmas time with Jim Carrey? That's in 3D. How hard do you have to market that?
The movie made a lot of money, though.
That's what's crazy, is like you spent that much on marketing. It was the marketing that did you. If you had done the reasonable amount of marketing, you would not have, run the lottery, but you would have cooled a couple million for yourselves, 20 million or so. Maybe close up to 50.
Do you want to know the other movies that came out around this time? So in the United Kingdom, A Christmas Carol topped the box office on 2 occasions. The first was when it opened. The second was 5 weeks later when it leapfrogged box office chart toppers 2012, The Twilight Saga: New Moon, and Paranormal Activity, despite family competition from Nativity, another Christmas-themed film.
I mean, I'm not surprised it did better than those films as it got closer to Christmas time.
Yeah.
Also, 2012 was not a good movie, so I'm whatever.
New Moon.
Yeah, all right.
Twilight.
But again,
that was a big hit. Do you want to know how much money that movie made?
400, 500 million, somewhere in there. Even more, 800 million. Is it $1 billion guy? Okay,
7-Eleven.
7-Eleven, never forget.
That's crazy. Do you want to know how much that movie cost, though? It's the second movie.
130 million. 100 million. 90 million? 70 million. Still lower.
50 million.
50 million? That's how you do it, folks. That's how you do
it. Those people are living good.
That's how you do your big Hollywood movies. I guess it helped that none of them were stars, quote unquote, yet. Kristen
Stewart was kind of a star.
No.
After the first one, she's a huge star.
If their one success is Twilight, I don't know if they're huge stars.
She was in the Flintstones and Viva Rock Vegas, though.
Yeah, as for like 5 seconds.
I mean, yeah, I know. No, she's in Panic Room, and that made $200 million.
I know, but like a child actor is never a huge star.
I mean, she's only like 4 years older in Twilight.
Yeah, I know. But like that's what I'm saying. I think like Kristen Stewart's stardom was catapulted by the Twilight series, and then she got to sustain it by being an actually talented actress.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, she took a little bit to get out of the Twilight area, but
she did 4 movies and it was like, they were all like really close to each other. They're demanding schedules,
She did in 2012. She had the Breaking Dawn Part 2 finale.
Yeah,
and then she took 2 years and makes Clouds of Sils Maria and Still Alice.
Both movies I enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
Clouds I'm a little worried about going back to because that might be boring.
I really like that movie.
Yeah, I liked it when it came out. I'm worried I will find it more boring now, but we'll see. Maybe I'll watch it soon. That feels like it'd be on that library thing I have, the Canopy.
Oh, yeah, that movie's everywhere.
The main actress, obviously, is a very talented actress, too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but we'll talk about. We have to talk about this movie though, because it's what we're doing this week.
We've been talking about the box office the whole time.
I guess
this
that's
is crazy.
True.
What a run!
Just like your movie costs $200 million, maybe less, and then you spent way more than that on marketing. Like that just feels like greed or stupidity or something.
Do you know who they went to before Jim Carrey?
Who?
Owen Wilson.
Wow. Why would you do that?
Wow.
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 Wow. Why would you do that? Why is that the first guy that comes to your mind?
Because Cars was an enormous hit, and his voice means something.
Get all the kids in to watch your creepy, realistic movie.
Well, Disney works with them.
I would not have picked that. Especially if you're going to do the photorealism thing and try to make him look like somebody. At least Jim's got a Scrooge-like vibe to his frame.
This is a reunion with Jim Carrey and Fionnuala Flanagan.
Fionnuala?
From Yes Man?
Yeah. Who is she in that movie?
I believe she's the old lady tenant.
Oh.
With the teeth.
Yeah, with the no teeth, you mean. Ooh. Talk about taking a trip to Bone Lake. Ooh. A joke that will mean nothing to anybody in a couple weeks.
Was it a worthy trip?
Nah, I mean, I think you'll get a kick out of the third act, probably, because it goes kind of crazy there.
Okay.
Quite frankly, I do think the way to do the overnight well is by putting it in the thriller tension space.
Mm-hmm.
Because that will they, won't they effect, even before the genre elements came in, like that will they, won't they, really was useful. Imagine the overnight and Barbarian and That's My Boy. And that's what Blood Lake is.
That's my boy. Was not expecting that one.
Yes, imagine those three things together, because that's what you'll get.
What a soup.
Yes, I know.
That's a gumbo.
So, it was 90 minutes. My ticket's free. If you could find it on, a streaming service you own, you could throw it on, have yourself a time.
Yeah, Regal was supposed to get it, but then they didn't get it.
Taylor Swift taking all this.
Taylor Swift swooped in and took any money that the movie was ever going to make. It lapped it.
Yeah, the producers of Bone Lake and The Rock just being like, Taylor, why now?
PTA was also like, come on.
He at least got a weak head start, he's got a little bit of a benefit.
They came in second. It was One Battle After Another came in second.
But it's actually pretty sweet. You have your opening weekend, and then when you have that theoretical second week drop off, you can be like, yeah, but it wasn't us, it was Taylor.
It was Taylor.
We have a good excuse.
She has box office name recognition on her own.
It was just like when American Idol was at its peak, and it was called the Death Star because whatever night they put it on, it obliterated the ratings of any other TV show.
That is really funny. I did not know that.
Yeah,
That's so funny. The Death Star.
Yeah, every other network had to throw all the crap on the night American Idol was because they knew that stuff was going down anyway.
Damn.
It was odd that the movie tried to be so realistic, other than the ghost, but that's fine. But then when we got to the dancing scenes of Jim Carrey's old work, the dancing was extremely unrealistic. And for a little bit, I thought maybe this is the limitations of the animation or whatever. But then she's flying in the air for a little bit, and I go, all right, I don't know what the tone of this movie is or what you're going for.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what we're doing here.
It's a weird movie.
Weird movie.
Weird decisions were made. But I don't like it, but I do revisit it.
Yeah, why?
And I have kind of no issue when I revisit it because it's on in the background and I'm half paying attention to it. And there are moments that I'm like, okay, I like that. And I just like Jim Carrey doing strange voices.
I mean, I think it helped having a veteran like Zemeckis. He sort of eked out a lot of visual intrigue, even beyond the very aggressive 3D stuff. Mm-hmm. I think that the end of the Ghosts of Christmas Present sequence, and even the beginning of it, I think those are very strong elements. What they decided to do for the Ghost of Christmas Past, design-wise, was interesting. I thought adding the rocket ship thing was kind of dumb, but whatever.
I agree.
And even how they did the Ghost of... We're used to seeing the Ghost of Christmas Is Yet to Come as like just like a Grim Reaper. Here it's like a shadow. I thought that was a really neat thing. Like, they found a lot of strong visual flair to make it work despite a very accurate script. 2 weeks in a row, we had this problem of like a movie being too accurate to the source material and it being boring because of it.
Yeah.
But like this, Zemeckis found some really strong visuals, so I'll appreciate the movie for that. You got a favorite Christmas Carol version of a show or a movie or whatever?
I probably do.
Yeah.
You know which one it's not, though? Because I do need to shout this out, because I did watch this a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Our buddy, Dennis Dugan, made basically a made-for-TV movie called... I'm looking it up right now. Sorry. I'm trying to get there. I got it. It's called Carol's Christmas. 87 minutes long. 2004. So it's in his wilderness period with Sandler. Okay. So when he was not allowed to make Sandler movies for like a decade, for some reason, after being like the guy that's like, hey, 2 major hits and Happy Gilmore and Big Daddy for you? How about that? And he's like, I'll see you for Jack and Jill, you asshole. I think he might have... No, he did Chuck and Larry.
Okay.
Chuck and Larry, that's when he shows back up. So almost a decade, though, because Big Daddy was in 99. This movie is awful, and it's also almost like impossible to watch because it's on this really shitty version on YouTube. But I mean, I gave it 1.5 stars.
Is that like a lady, Ebenezer, and her name is Carol?
Oh, no. So Carol is played by Tom Everett Scott. His name is Alan Carroll.
Okay. You couldn't make it a lady, huh? Couldn't do it.
Yeah. It stars Alana Ubach.
Who? I don't know who that is.
We might be seeing her somewhere down the line.
Little Anna Ubakistan.
No, I don't think so. Wallace Shawn.
Okay.
Vern Troyer.
Okay.
And our buddy from all those fucking weird movies like Nutty Professor, The Clumps, Get Smart.
That bald guy.
Pretty Woman, Valentine's Day, Nutty Professor, Runaway Bride. Who am I talking about? And it's not Hector Elizondo.
No, it's the bald guy.
Yes, it's Larry Miller.
That guy was getting around.
He's
in
the
that
last
era.
guy in Carol's Christmas.
That definitely sounds like a made-for-TV movie cast.
Absolutely. And I don't remember much about it because, like I said, it was very hard to watch. And I watched it, how many years ago? 22. I watched it right before Christmas in 22.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was not very good, but maybe I'll go rewatch that this year.
Okay, so you don't know what your favorite is. It's definitely not this Dennis Dugan one.
It's definitely not that one, but I'll give it another rewatch. I just want to shout that one out. Everybody says The Muppet Christmas Carol's good. I like that one. Do you have a favorite? I mean, I need to watch the Albert Finney one, and I've heard that one's really good.
I don't know if I have a favorite per se. There's really only one I watch. I guess I do, because it's the only one I watch again and again.
Oh.
It's also a TV movie, and it stars Kelsey Grammer as Scrooge. And it's a musical, too, so they got, like, some fun songs in there.
What is it called?
It might just be called A Christmas Carol, starring Kelsey Grammer. Came out on, like, CBS.
That up. I'm going to put that on my list this year.
I was fortunate enough to stumble onto it, the DVD of it, at, like, a Strawberries or whatever before those all closed down. You know, I bet it's on YouTube or something like that because nobody cares, but...
I don't see it available anywhere. Oh, wait, different one. Oh, that one's with Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, not that one. Kelsey Grammer is Scrooge. Jason
2004.
Yeah.
Oh, Drinkakowski, Jason Alexander, Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Yep.
She's having some kind of a moment right now, isn't she? No?
In 2004, a little bit.
No. No, when she had the I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Right now she's having a moment.
Yes.
As of the recording of this podcast.
All right, 2004. This one is on Prime and Tubi.
There you go.
87 minutes. It's shorter than the Jim Carrey version.
Yeah, it had to take up a 2-hour slot on CBS back in the day, so 87's what you got.
I'll watch this. This will be my Christmas Carol this year. I've never seen it.
Yeah, it was fun. It was like Jason Alexander's got a good song in there.
Oh, fun.
Jan Krakowski wasn't anybody yet.
Oh, yeah, it's right before 30 Rock.
She's doing okay. You got some dance numbers in there. Pretty good. Pretty decent film, I'd say.
Yeah, I'm checking this out. Thank you.
Speaking of TV stars, you want to do Drew Carey musical licensing rights?
Give me it, baby.
Moon over Parma, bring my love to me tonight. Guide her to Eastlake underneath your...
All right, one of my favorite episodes of the whole series gets hit hard here in season 7. It's a clip I know I've shown you. Oswald and Lewis are working at the airport. Guy walks through with a metal plate, and like they prove it with the wand sound, and it makes that theremin kind of sound. And then like Lewis kind of keeps playing it around with the sound on the dude's head, and like then it starts going to the tune of Good Vibrations. They start singing that song.
Oh yeah.
Have to cut all that out.
No.
And then their like boss comes out and yells at them for playing around. So like that feels a little weird because they're just like putting it over the guy's head initially, and then being like, "Look, he's got a metal plate." And then she's like, "Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!" And you're like, "Whoa, what? What happened here?" Gets cut. Very sad. It's one of the top bits in a top episode of the show. So sad to see it go. Then there's another episode where they have the rich debutante from Newhart playing the rich older ex model from in this show. And Drew is like, she's like super rich, but like if she starts like dating Drew, she'll have to like lose her alimony. So they're like trying to test out if she likes being poor. And turns out it looks fun on first, but then it's terrible. Another excellent episode. But then by the end, like she's got these horrible rashes and like her hair is falling out. And so like they have to part ways. As she leaves, there's like a soap operatic kind of like slow-mo moment. And they put the song from Love Story over it, the piano ballad. They have to cut that out and just put like some generic soap opera kind of thing. So it's not the end of the world. And I bet modern audiences who don't even remember the movie Love Story won't even notice a difference. But that music does have a weight to it if you are familiar with the parent property. And so that has like a nice ring to it. But that's it for this week's edition. Getting close to the end of season 7.
There's 8 seasons?
There's 9 seasons.
9 seasons.
I do believe there's far less in those last 2 seasons, but again, I didn't realize there was this much in the first 7 when I already knew there was a bunch, so we'll see.
What a journey.
There's one thing that comes to mind, one dance number that they do in season 8, but other than that, nothing really pops out.
I still love that video you sent me where they're like, it's like I think it's the opening of the episode, and they're in the office, and it's like a video of like people doing random tasks,
things,
like
and they're just doing it over and over again, and like they add to it. Yeah, it's that like Fleetwood Mac song or something like that.
I love that.
Yeah, that's like a fun, just experimental thing. Like, and they were like playing around with green screens for the first time and stuff like it. Show knew how to have fun. Oh, you know what? There is an episode in season 8 that's like a karaoke episode. I don't know how the hell they're going to do that. It's just people singing popular music the whole time. I don't know what's going to go on there.
You're going to see do you see the opening song though?
Yeah, you always get the opening songs.
Okay. So you'll get that and you'll get the credits then.
Yeah, I mean, they had to get the rights to that. That season 8 and 9 will be different could be different because they have 3 different versions of each of the 3 theme songs they've had so far. So there's really 9 new openings for the last 2 seasons. I don't know if they felt the need to get the rights to all those. We'll find out very soon, I guess.
I can see why Drew Carey wanted to go do The Price is Right after he did that show forever. He's probably like, I'm creatively spent. Just put me in front of the TV and a microphone. Give me a microphone. I'll talk my way for the rest of my career.
He does like interacting with people, too. He is a very social kind of person and knows how to make people feel comfortable. And nobody's had anything ever bad to say about him.
He's great in Jack and Jill.
Yeah. And everybody, anytime his name, on the Craig Ferguson show, like anytime Drew's name would come up for whatever reason, he'd always just like gush for like 30 seconds about how nice of a man Drew Carey was. So
I just saw him in Coneheads.
Yeah.
We will see him again in another movie.
Ooh.
Not this season.
Oh.
It's like his one other movie.
Good to know. All right, Joe, you got last looks on A Christmas Carol.
Not a good movie. Not the worst movie. I'll probably see it again like a dozen more times before I die.
Okay. My last looks, why does Jim Carrey do this movie? Well, I guess he really wanted to make this like touching Christmas story and like put his own spin on it and kind of play around with all these different voices. I think he was successful there. I don't see the purpose of adding yet another Christmas Carol version out there, but at least this one had some strong visuals to it, even if the strict adherence to the source material makes it hard to find an audience. I wish they had spent less money on it. It's so much money.
So they could have made money, and then we could have gotten A Christmas Carol 2.
The Legend of Tiny Tim's Gold or something. Like,
sure, that's pretty good. I wasn't even thinking of that.
Right. I'd like to thank Lev Van Rensselaer for minding those audio boards and keeping us sound so slippery smooth. I'd like to thank Joe Vekeman for stopping by.
Thank you.
And I am your host, Patrick Scale. You can find my features, documentaries, short films, video essays, animations, behind-the-scenes footage, and so much more at QuixoticUnited.com and social media, presumably with a similar sounding name. Thank you all for listening. Gary Oldman, say goodnight. Good night.
Forever ceasing, never over us all to reign. Oh, star of wonder, star of night.
So how's the Rocks film doing now that we're a week out?
I didn't send this to you?
I don't remember anything.
Here you go, my friend. Oh wait, no, this is something else. I sent you something else. I sent you the Rock's fee for the movie.
The Rock took a $4 million fee, according to Deadline. That is a significant fee, because his last film was $50 million.
No, I think the movie made a grand total of...
Sources say he even gave a portion of his paycheck to Emily Blunt and Mark Kerr. Bullshit. I don't believe that.
So nice of him, isn't it?
I can believe he could take $4 million, but that he'd donate more, I don't know. It feels like he's trying to put info out there.
Okay, here we go. Dwayne Johnson. I'll let you know. You know what? I like when you do the reading for Dwayne, so I'll send it to you.
So did we... I was looking back when I was uploading the episode. Did we have 3 Rock movies come out in one calendar year, or 1 year span, I should say?
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. I remember we had the Pets movie. We had probably Red Notice.
Not the Pets movie. Red Notice, Moana 2, and this. Did they all come out within 12 months?
This movie?
Smashing Machine, Moana 2, Red 1. Was this all like November to October of this year?
Yeah. Really, Red 1 was last year. That movie feels like...
Red 1 and Moana 2 came out like a week or 2 apart. They were back to back, basically. It was wild.
Hold on. I really watched Red 1 last year. That wasn't 2 years ago? Holy shit! 47 weeks ago, I watched that movie.
Shit, it was then.
Wow.
47 weeks, we got 3 Rock movies.
November 14th, I watched it. I never thought anything could kill my holiday spirit.
All right, so the thing Joe has sent me from the BBC News by Helen Bushby, the culture reporter. Uh-oh, a little war gonna be starting here. Dwayne Johnson is philosophical over his film flop for The Smashing Machine. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has taken a philosophical approach to his latest film underperforming at the box office. He's gotten used to it at this point. The Smashing Machine, a sports drama about MMA legend Mark Kerr, took in just $5.9 million. Well, that probably isn't what he hoped for.
I'm part of that, too.
$5.9 million? Jeez.
The movie's not atrocious. It's fine.
I'm just surprised all it could do was $5.9 million. Like, obviously, I'm not saying the movie's a good film, but, like, it couldn't break double digits.
Well, my friend, Taylor Swift had an album release party. But there is news. So Taylor Swift was on Jimmy Fallon last night, and Jimmy was like, "So, have you seen anything good lately, Taylor?" And then she was just like, "One battle after another." If we can ignite the Taylor Swift army, the Swiftie heads, to go see and give that movie a nice big bump this weekend, oh baby, we hit 100 million! What?
Yes, you've almost hit your production budget.
Hey, it's only 2 weeks.
It definitely was a better second week, it sounds like, than a first week. So that's probably what the studio would be expecting.
Very small
for
drop
the artsy
off.
film. Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah. Very good.
She's not talking about the Smashing Machine. Can you imagine if Taylor Swift was like, "I just saw The Rock in the Smashing in complete transformation. I'm thinking Oscar."
All right, so this is a career worst debut for one of Johnson's films, which I feel like is a bit... they're not cut from the same cloth, this and his other films. So that feels a little clickbaity to me, is what I would say. Because now she compares it to the successes of his films like The Fast and the Furious and Jumanji. And they're just on, like, different,
I have to tell you, as soon as I saw this article that I sent you about how the Smashing Machine flopped, the next article that I scrolled past was Jumanji 4 in production soon.
I mean, to be fair, like that last movie did end on a cliffhanger. They should have been doing this a lot longer ago.
But it was just unfortunate timing.
Now I can see the hot mom again. That'll be great.
The hot mom.
The hot mom from the Eddie Murphy movie. Imagine that. She was the teacher there, but now she's the hot mom in Jumanji.
Okay, sure.
All right, but writing on Instagram, surprise, surprise, the star framed the results as a creative achievement rather than a financial disappointment. In our storytelling world, you can't control box office results, he wrote, but what I realize you can control is your performance and your commitment to completely disappear and go elsewhere. I will always run to that opportunity, he continues. It was my honor to transform this role for my director, Benny Safdie. Thank you, brother, for believing in me. Truth is, this film has changed my life. And then he signed off saying, with deep gratitude, respect, and radical empathy, DJ. You know what? Of all the annoyingly spinny things he could have done, I don't hate this.
Of course.
He's taken his L's. I don't know how ingenuous it is per se, but it is sort of one of the least annoying spins I've heard him do.
I see a Golden Globe nomination in his honor.
A Globe?
Hey, that would be big for him. Like, anything recognizing him.
Okay, and I want to clarify my stance on the Oscar nom thing I brought up last time. Is I'm not like here rooting for The Rock to get an Oscar nom, but if the Academy were to pick it, I wouldn't sort of roll my eyes at it. I think they would pick it for the wrong reasons, but I think there are right reasons to like do it and not it be a stupid thing for them to do. Okay, but back to the Variety article. They wrote that the film cost $50 million. Oh.
Yeah, no, it's bad.
To produce, and plenty more to market. Yes, I'm sure. The big AMC where I am usually has like these big like 7 marquee posters right above the top door that like go up into the sky like big billboards. And usually they're for like giant films, you know, the Marvel movies and even Power Patrol had a bunch, and like each mini poster has like a character, and then the big poster has the main poster. It's been the Smashing Machine for like a month, and I'm like,
the marketing has been incredible, though. Grant has sent me some things with like the punching bag that you hit.
Oh yeah,
at the arcade.
The Smashing Machine. The actual factual Smashing Machine.
And they have like a Street Fighter arcade game apparently that Benny's like had overseen.
Yeah, I saw when Graham went to that pop-up store, it was a bunch of Capcom kind of fighting games there, and I'm like, what are these doing there?
That's awesome that they went that far for something that no one's gonna see.
Maybe this will have like a big now that T Swift's out there, like, oh, let's go check out The Rock. Let's see what's going on there.
I mean, so the Taylor Swift thing was only for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, made $31 million, which means it topped out over One Battle After Another for its second week, but also beat The Weeknd for everything.
I'm shocked. All right, Johnson plays Kerr, a fighter who dominated in the early, unregulated days of the Ultimate Fighting Championship in the 90s before rules such as no eye gouging were introduced. I wish there was more of that in the movie. As a non-UFC person, like, I didn't realize this was kind of how dangerous it was. I just thought, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is why everybody's like into UFC, because it's like all no holds bar kind of stuff. Like, I think, remember, they're talking about them taking away The Rock's quote unquote weapons before kind of the big bouts.
All of his like his big hits is like when he like gets the guy on the mat, he like knees him in the head and stuff like that. And they took that away.
They did say that was not allowed in the fight that he lost, and then he went to the ref and he's like, "Hey, you guys just said I wasn't allowed. They wasn't allowed to do that. Why didn't you call foul? I was waiting to call foul."
Yeah, you know how I remember that because I saw it in the documentary beforehand.
Yes, but also they're just like saying it. I don't know. Like it felt like this movie really kind of wanted to be one or the other film, and we just kind of got like half of a movie twice.
So. I don't think you heard about this either because you were sleeping when this was happening. So last night there was a secret screening at the New York Film Festival.
Yeah.
And it was announced that it was like right before it happened. It was
a secret screening of what?
Josh Safdie's Marty Supreme.
Ah, okay.
And man, did this movie take all the buzz away from everything else going on right now, and everyone's like raving about this movie. So everyone's like, well, at least we know which Safdie is the one to follow.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Benny's still good. He had a misstep.
Johnson, a former wrestler, saw parallels to his own career in the documentary and cherished the idea of dramatizing it for several years. Feels like exactly what I said last week, in fact.
Mm-hmm.
Premiered at the Venice Film Festival earlier this summer, the art house biopic received rave reviews. The actor delivers an intoxicating mix of blood, sweat, tears, protein, and total helplessness, wrote the Hollywood Reporter. I think the helplessness sort of came out. It did feel like there was something like kind of off in his brain, like he'd maybe taken a few too many punches or something. Just with some of the ways, some of the things lines were being said and the way they were going to be delivered. I think that did come across. However, audiences failed to materialize. As well as disappointing box office, the film came fourth in the UK charts. That's right, because we're in the BBC thing. Mm-hmm. Making it, less than £1 million, which is less than Downton Abbey, the grand finale, which has already been in cinemas for a month. That feels like, again, a little clickbaity. You're the BBC. You're in Britain. Downton Abbey's long been gone out of our theaters here in America.
Yeah.
We have no special connection to Downton Abbey like you guys do. Like, come on. Audience is tracking. The U.S. suggests 70% of ticket buyers were male. Okay, makes sense. Mm-hmm. It's kind of nice that it isn't higher, which is probably what I'd expect. And 64% were between the ages of 16 to 36, the traditional audience for Johnson's action movies. The dude's been making action movies for like 15 years. Have like people aged out of it? Like people hit their 40s and they're like, yeah, I'm done with the Fast and the Furious.
I mean, I'm heading towards 40 and I'm definitely aging out of it now. I don't care a shit about it.
Well, this is an interesting statistic. Only 8% were above 55, a key demographic for art house releases. Further proving that I, Patrick, is in fact actually secretly a senior citizen, and I have been all my life. Those who this is funny. Those who attended the film were apparently disappointed in the lack of action scenes. I didn't see the trailers, but I imagine most of the audiences did. What were you expecting? They gave it a lukewarm B- grade in exit polls while exploring why the film flopped in the box office debut.
No, that shit sucks. Damn.
Johnson tried to temper expectations in the run-up to the release. It's not a fight movie, it's a life movie, he said at the red carpet premiere last month. I wonder if, like, the action Dwayne Johnson fans are, like, looking at all the red carpet clips. They're like, I wonder what John... They might have just been like, cool, he's beating up people.
I've seen reviews label this movie as it's not a sports movie. It's a movie about following a loser and being comfortable with it.
Like, I actually wish, like, if I had, like, that in the back of my mind going in, like, I think I would have been... I mean, I was fine with the movie until I saw the documentary, but that is, like, a nice encapsulation of it. Like, we are following a loser. It's not a Rocky story. It's not even a comeback story. It's just, like, this guy that, like... doesn't have
He tried.
He's not like bad. He's not bad, obviously, at fighting, but he's not quite the winner.
He's not the Mark Coleman. He's the marker. That should have been the marketing.
Okay, and then it ends, and it's like, despite box office disappointments, Johnson and Emily Blunt are in the mix for Oscar noms this year. Whatever.
It'll be crowded field.
Probably. Okay. Well, I guess we'll go to the real movie now. The thing everybody's actually here for. I guess, Rock Did Red One. Speaking of surprisingly adult Christmas movies, we'll go to talk about Christmas Carol.